Today's topic is Know Your Top 50. Hi, I'm Doug Holt with Author of Your Own Story, and this is your Daily Growth Hack, where each day we provide you with a tip, trick, or insight to help you uplevel your life and what we call the 5 to Thrive. That's mind, body, soul, relationship, and business. Now, what do I mean by know your top 50? Simply, I remember as a kid being in a classroom, sitting down, and on the right-hand side of the board, right next to the wall that I was at, the teacher had crafted, I think it was paper mache, I'm not exactly sure what you call it, but it was cut out cardboard, and they had the phrase, "Birds of a feather flock together, so choose your friends wisely." I've also had mentors over the years tell me, "Doug, rising tide lifts all boats." I've also heard that you are the equivalent of the top 5 people you spend the most time with. You've probably heard that as well. I think that's attributed to Jim Rohn. All these phrases have one thing in common. What they say is the people that you're spending the most time with tend to be the people that you're most like. If you're spending time with very financially savvy people, you tend to be more financially savvy. If you're spending time with people who are extremely fit and active, you tend to be more fit and active. I found this to be very true in my life across all 5 of the core areas, whether it be spirituality, hanging out with people who are extremely spiritual, whether it be a particular denomination of religion or meditation or something else that they found, or if it's people that have amazing marriages. My wife and I have really worked hard about surrounding ourselves with people we feel have solid relationships because we knew that would carry over into our own relationship. So what I did is I sat down with intention and wrote down my top 50 people in my personal life who I felt really raised the tide for me. They lifted the bar. But not only that, these are people that I felt I could contribute to, but they also contributed to me, and mostly in a loving, heartfelt way. Didn't mean they contributed to me financially or anything else. Just meant that when I was around them, I felt filled. I felt like they weren't draining me. I also felt like they were putting their standards, higher standards upon my life, the standards that I wanted to live. And as I look at the list and I think about these people, each one of them holds a special place in my heart. Now, if you're like me, it was really hard to get your list down to just 50 people. But it's also really important in this modern day where we have all this social media, we have our cell phones, we're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, hundreds of emails coming in a day. And if you're an entrepreneur like me, maybe thousands coming in a day. It's really hard to pay attention to the people that we care about the most. They just tend to fall by the wayside. For me, they're all over the world, and sometimes it's just hard to stay in contact. So I intentionally put together my top 50 list with this in mind. These are the top 50 people that I want to stay in contact with. And what I've done is I've broken down this top 50 list into the 5 categories: mind, body, soul, relationship, business. So I have their name in column A on the left, and then in each column I have the separate category. Now, I've done this so I can relate to what level they are in each of these 5 areas. Most of these people I know, so I actually have that, and I know exactly what their numbers are because I simply ask them, or I know them so intimately that I have a pretty good idea. Now, I say most of these people because whenever I make my top 50 list, and I do edit it regularly, I always add a few people that I don't know, people that I want to get to know. On my list, for example, there's one person that I don't know personally, and that's Tony Robbins. I've been to all of his events. I think he's an amazing person. He's a great speaker. He's entertaining. He's engaging. And he's on a very similar mission that I am. I'm on a mission to up-level the world by helping one person at a time really better their personal lives as well as their business. And I think Tony would be a great fit into my top 50 list. Now, you may be going, "Doug, I just did a Control-Alt-Delete on my life and I'm starting from scratch. I got, 2 people. What do I do with that?" Well, it's very similar. You take those 2 people and you put them on the top of your list and you hold them tightly. If those are people you love, then you really want to stay close to them. Now think of the other 48 people for you in this example, people that actually would up-level your life and help it make better. So what are your goals? What are your outcomes? Who are people that are going to contribute to you, not drain you? We don't want any, emotional vampires on this list. We want people that are actually going to really work on up-leveling you and your life. And those are the people. It could be the Dalai Lama, could be the guy at the convenience store down the street. You walk in to get groceries, and every time he's just got a smile and says hello and says hi. Those are the type of people that light my life up, those little things that they do. Add them to your list. It's not hard to come up with 50. Narrowing it down is the tough part. Now, I want you to make a separate list, very similar. So you're still going to have the names and then each of the 5 categories with business. Now, who are the people in your business or with your business that can significantly move the needle for you? This could be current clients. This could be potential clients. Maybe you don't own your own business. That's fine. Somebody within an organization that can help you. This could be the CFO, CEO, a manager, or somebody else in a business profession. Or maybe you have a business idea and you need somebody that can help you. Maybe it's somebody that owns a factory or knows more about this. Or maybe you have no business ideas. You're working a dead-end job. You want out. You just want to get out. Come up with 50 people that have made it, that have been successful at getting out, who have a mobile-free lifestyle if that's what you want. Doesn't matter. The key is to have your top 50 people on this list. Go ahead and list them down. Again, you want to rank them in one of the key 5 areas. So that's, again, mind, body, soul, relationship, business. Where do you think they fit into that? Now, if you don't know them, totally get it. You're not going to know where they rank exactly in that list. But let me give you a real-life example from my situation. So I had somebody in my top 50 on the business list, and we started communication. Now, I knew through doing my due diligence, which wasn't hard, looking at social media, looking at their profiles, that they happened to be a golfer. A lot of their pictures were about golf. I also knew by looking at their profiles that they were severely overweight, and they didn't look overly happy in a lot of their pictures. I know from my fitness background that somebody who's in shape is going to become a better golfer. Now, of course, we know that somebody's getting in good shape, is on an exercise routine, is just going to be better at everything in life. You just are. But I also know from golf that they're actually going to have better rotation on their swing, and they're going to enjoy their golfing experience. So in this exchange of communicating to them, I happened to mention golfing and actually give them an article with a couple fitness golf tips. I'm going to call this person Tom. It's not their name. But I was like, hey, Tom, I noticed that you really like golfing, and so I found this article and I thought I'd share it with you. This actually spurred a communication about their fitness and wellness. Totally off topic from the business that we were going to discuss, or I was hoping we were going to discuss. And this established a relationship between us. Now, I have a fitness background, so it's very easy for me to talk about fitness and wellness. But you could do the same. If you don't have a fitness background, it's very easy to find information online. What this did was allow us to establish a relationship, and even though we may or may not do business together, this person and I have a relationship that we can move forward, and I can note this in my top 50. And what tends to happen for me is business relationships and personal relationships become intertwined. I generally become really good friends and very close with the people I tend to do business with, and you may find the same thing. So my action step for you today is when you get a chance, sit down. Now, this could be on a piece of paper, or you can do Excel like I do. Make a list of your top 50 people that fill you up in your personal life. If you don't have 50, that's okay. Who are those other people that you can fill those slots that once you get to meet them, like Tony Robbins in my example, you can add them to your list and you can keep up leveling. Also, in business, who are those 50 people that can significantly move the needle towards your goals? Go ahead and make your list. Make your ratings, and let me know how it goes. That's it for today. As always, go to authorofyourownstory.com for these show notes, as well as additional tips and tricks and insights. And of course, we have a separate email that goes out called our Daily Teachings that goes right to your inbox every single day with another tip to help you up-level your life. That's it for me. Have a great day.